Ronald Reagan birthplace. All right, I'm in the museum. I guess I'm going to call it a museum of Ronald Reagan's birthplace. And I've already asked Brooke and Joan if they're willing to be on camera, and so they said yes. So I'm thankful for that. All right, one of you two, is it? What is your name?
My name is Joan.
Your name is Joan, and what is your name? Brooke. Okay, I tell you what, I'm going to follow your leadership, and what I'd really like, if you can find, if you got any little tidbits that aren't common knowledge, those would be cool on here. Okay?
Okay.
So lead me around and show me what you think is really interesting. Now, first of all, let me say, I'm a big fan of Ronald Reagan. Okay? I'm 71, and so I've been through a few different presidential elections, so I'm a big fan of Ronald Reagan. So go ahead and show me around and point some real neat things out, if you would.
Okay, we'll do the best we can.
Thank you.
Ronald Reagan was born in the apartment above the building next door.
So so point in that direction.
Up right.
Yeah, right above. You know, it's so funny because I was born in Minnesota, but we lived in an apartment above like it was a beer joint or restaurant, and a little neon sign. I remember looking out that upstairs apartment building and seeing that neon sign. So he was born in an upstairs apartment.
Yes, he was. At the time he was born, the building we're standing in right now was a grocery store.
Okay.
And the building next door was a bakery.
So he was born above the bakery. What sweet smells.
Wouldn't that have been great?
All right, that's pretty
Correct,
cool.
correct.
Yeah.
The bakery moved out, and the bank moved in. And the bank was in existence there until 1930, when it closed in the Depression.
And he was born
1911.
1911, okay.
February 6, 1911.
All right.
After the bank moved out, the city hall was located in there. And at that time, they remodeled and took the old fixtures and everything out. And after, we are privately owned. And
Okay. So where's your donation box?
Right
So they're sort of supported too by this privately owned. So the donation box is here. Those of you who come and look at this, remember where that box is.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
His parents came from Fulton, Illinois. Fulton is about 40 miles from here, located on the Mississippi.
40 miles, what direction?
West.
West.
Of here, on
West.
the
Okay.
It's a Dutch community. Neither of his parents were of Dutch heritage, but that's where they both grew up.
Okay.
And they worked as store clerks over there. And they learned that Tampico was a growing, prosperous community in the early 1900s. And after they were married, they moved over here. And his father went to work across the street in the Pitney store. The Pitney store was a general store.
Okay.
It sold everything. Someone said that it was kind of like an early Walmart because they had shoes and hats and sewing materials and groceries as well. So most anything. Mr. Pitney was able to supply things for them. Jack was an excellent salesman, and he also went out and did some buying for Mr. Pitney as well.
Okay, I was daydreaming. Who was Jack?
Jack was the father.
The father. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. I'll interrupt you every once in a while. I'm a little bit slow.
Okay, well, Ronald's parents were Jack and Nellie Reagan.
Okay.
Back here we have a lot of different...
All right, good.
photos.
Put your hand down towards, I'm going to follow your hand. When you show me something, I'll just follow your hand, and then if you touch something, I'll try to zero in close.
This is the Pitney store. And
okay.
it was a little bit upscale store of some of them around here. But Jack was an excellent salesman.
All right.
For Mr. Pitney. The family lived upstairs for 6 years.
6 years.
And Ronald's older brother Neil was born there first. And then soon after Ronald was born, they moved from the apartment to this house. And this house is located just a block south of here, right across from Reagan Park.
Okay, so I need to go get a shot of that.
Reagan Park is kitty corner across the street from Casey's.
Okay, I'll get directions, then I'll get a shot of the house. But this is what it looks like. I'm going to pause this right now. Okay, do you see me?
Yes, I do. Mm-hmm.
All right, I got to get next to Reagan here. Look how tall he was. How tall was Reagan?
6'2".
6'2". I'm 5'7", 5'8". I always tell people I'm 5'8". I'm really 5'7". So you can see how
This is
tall
pretty,
he was.
yes, pretty much life size.
All right, touch that same button again. I'm going to walk.
Go.
Lead me around and touch something else and show me what else we got in here.
Jack was Irish Catholic and attended our Catholic church, which is still in
Oh,
existence.
I noticed that one, I think, right behind us here.
Yes,
Because I drove around the block.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I passed that.
It's a beautiful Catholic church. It's of course, well over 100 years old. It has a lot of beautiful stained glass windows and a marble statuary in it as well.
Yeah, I remember. I'm going to have to get a shot of that, too.
His mother was English, Scottish heritage, and she and Ronald attended the Church of Christ. And that,
Oh, wait a minute here. Okay, I tell you what. I'm thinking ahead, and then I missed what you said. Who attended the Catholic Church?
Jack attended the Catholic Church, and Neil, the older son, was baptized Catholic.
Okay, and then who attended the Church of Christ?
Nellie and Ronald attended the Church of Christ.
So basically, they went two different ways on
Correct.
Sundays.
Correct.
Wow, that's a tidbit that I would have never even realized. I didn't realize. I'm Baptist, but I didn't realize what Jack was. So I never paid attention. So is this church in existence?
No, it recently was not able to have enough congregation.
Okay, but this one is still
This
back
one's
there,
still-
and I remember passing that because I just love. Just on a side note, I love looking at church buildings because they're just fascinating to see the different buildings. All right, let me follow your hand again, see what else I can find in here.
In addition to a lot of different social activities that went on here in town, and of course business activities, they were actually building our feeder canal. That canal is just located 1.5 miles east of here, and it joins the Rock River in Rock Falls. He meets up with the main IM canal at Sheffield, and then it goes on to Rock Island and meets the Mississippi. That was built. We have some pictures of the canal.
Okay,
They were built.
Let me zero in on what you're talking here.
The water came into it in 1907. They were planning on moving the grain and such for the farmers so that it would get to the Mississippi. By the time the water got in there, the railroads had taken over. So it was never used to its capacity. Now it is a state park, and people can canoe and kayak and fish, and in the wintertime there also are horseback trails, and they can snowmobile along that.
Oh, okay.
Actually, he learned how to swim in the canal,
Is that right?
and that's where he got his start. And of course, when he got to Dixon, then he worked in the Rock River, and this is a picture of where the lifeguard station was in the Rock River.
So was
And,
he a lifeguard?
He was a lifeguard and saved 77 lives.
Tilt that forward because I'm getting that
Okay,
light.
sorry.
Okay, there we go. All right. Wait a minute. He saved
Saved 77 lives
77
as
lives.
a lifeguard while
All
he
right.
served there. The current is very, very swift, and so there were very legitimate
Oh, yeah.
rescues
Oh,
there
good
as
night.
well. We also had an opera house here in Tampico. This opera house was located on the corner across the street, and they had wrestling matches, boxing matches, dances, silent movies. Anything that might have involved the community took place at the opera house. They also put on plays there, and you'll see over here Jack Reagan and Mrs. Reagan in this other play.
Oh, okay.
They were
The
actually acted.
couple acted in
They
the
acted
play.
plays.
Well, I guess Ronald got a little bit of that from them,
Yes,
maybe then.
in going through our
Yeah.
local newspapers when they reviewed a play, if children were involved, then the Reagan boys were also involved
Well,
in
that's
the play.
great. That's great tidbit stuff that people just. I wasn't aware of that. I got to get
Brooke.
Brooke. I got to get Brooke on you for 1 second here. They're
Sure.
so kind. Okay, Brooke, you're young, like you're what, 18, 20? You're
27.
Yeah, you're a kid looking. From your young way of thinking, what's in here that jumps out at you? I want to get you on here just a minute. What if you come in here and see something? What do you think that most tourists would want to see?
Probably the apartment.
Now I can't get to the apartment
yes.
though.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
we'll go upstairs.
Well, yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Let me put this on pause because I'll make this too long. Let me say that. Let's go up to the apartment, okay?
Okay.
Because I'll end up having this so long nobody will watch it if I don't get to the apartment. Okay, we are in the upstairs apartment. Brooke's turning all the lights on so we can actually see. And I'm going to let her just lead me around. She'll be the leader. Now Brooke's a young person, so we're going to see it through her eyes. Go ahead, tell me what you think is cool up here.
Well, everything. But, just some back history on the apartment. It rented for $10 a month.
$10 a month.
And
That's
Jack
so cool.
made $1 a day at the Pitney store across the street.
How much a day?
$1.
He made $1 a day.
Yes.
So what? Now this is a 1911. He was born 1911,
yeah.
so it would have
They
been
moved-
12, 13, or
They moved to
14.
Tampico in 1906.
Okay. Okay, right, I got you. Okay, I'm getting my numbers mixed up.
So to help with the income, Nell took in sewing and she taught piano lessons.
All right, let's walk in here and see. Are the instruments in here?
Yes.
Well, okay, she taught right there. Was Ronald Reagan a pianist?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not sure. Oh, look at this bed.
So, this is actually the room that both Neil and Ron were born in.
Oh, they were born at home.
They both
Okay.
were.
Now you mentioned was it like two sons, any daughters? Just
Nope, just two boys.
two boys. Man, that's some interesting stuff in here. Who was the oldest?
Neil.
Neil was the oldest?
Yep. And actually, the bedroom that we were next to first was Jack and Nell's bedroom.
Okay, let's go and look at that one. Okay, Jack's the father. I get these names mixed up. Neil's the older brother, and then of course Ronald Reagan. So this is their bedroom.
This is their bedroom.
All
And if
right.
you look up, you can see a skylight.
Oh, look at
skylight-
this.
Takes in the dining room as well.
Oh, it's over here.
Yep.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Oh, this was very ingenious.
Yep.
What a great idea.
So actually, this is the only original thing in the apartment when the Reagans were here. Otherwise, everything in the apartment is period pieces.
Oh, okay. So the way that
Yep.
they but this is the dining room. This is actually a big apartment.
It is.
I bet it's over 1,200 square feet.
And it
It's-
doesn't look like it from outside.
No,
Mine's
I didn't
just
expect it to be
row
very big. So what's in here?
houses. So actually, I do have another
Oh.
fun fact.
Oh, good, good. Here's another fun fact.
So you can see that this room has closets.
All right.
So the unusual thing about closets was if a tax collector could stand in a room and turn all the way around without hitting anything, it was considered taxable. That's why older homes have wardrobes and things like that.
Oh, that's a good fact. That's pretty cool.
And the reason that Nell chose to have her boys in that room rather than her room was so she could be separated from the rest of the house, yet still be able to look outside so she wasn't completely isolated.
Oh, okay. I love this wallpaper. Notice the wallpaper. Now this is all period. We're not
Yes.
sure if this was their
so
wallpaper.
This wallpaper was Mr. and Mrs. Nicely started this project while he was governor of California. And they had scraped out all the wallpaper and paint, and they found a pattern similar to this.
Okay, so it
We
is.
had it replicated and put up, so we're not completely for sure if it was here.
But
again,
it's close enough that it was this pattern was during that time period. That's cool.
And this, I think, is one of my favorite photos. It is a picture of Ron about 3 years old.
Okay, that
That's Ron.
okay.
And it's taken at our Tampico days. And we believe this is the first picture of him with an American flag.
Oh, that's cool. You've got such good information on here. I love the fact. Oh, look at here on the horse too.
So my second favorite thing about the apartment
All right.
is actually on the porch.
All right, we'll follow her to the porch.
So out here, this would have been a summer porch. So if it was too hot to sleep inside or cook inside, we would have slept out here during the summer and cooked on a kerosene stove similar to this.
Oh, okay.
They also did not have running water, so they had to go outside to use the outhouse.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. Look at there. Yeah, I got stung in an outhouse once. That's my only big memory of the outhouses I grew up in. So did they have birds, do you know, with the bird cage here?
I don't believe so.
Okay, this is just another period
Yep.
piece then.
So the apartment next door that was a grocery store, this was a bakery when the Reagans lived upstairs.
Okay, so underneath that bakery aroma had to come
Yeah.
up here.
So the owner of the grocery store was Mr. Fred Seymour. And now Fred Seymour had the building next door built first, and this apartment was built second. So when the Reagans moved in, they were actually the first tenants of the apartment.
Okay, and you already told me how much a month. I think
It was $10 a month.
$10 a month. Okay, and he was making $1 a day, so we can, we can get an idea of the wages and the rent at that time.
So when the Reagans moved in, they had nailed shut and blacked out all the windows. But they realized they forgot one. So this meant Mrs. Reagan and Mrs. Seymour literally had built-in babysitters.
Oh, so that's such
So
a,
when
yeah.
Mel would go run errands, she would hand Neil and Ron through the window, and when she'd come back, they'd come right back through.
Boy, you're full of information.
So
This
Ron
is,
came back in 1992, and that was the last time he was in Tampico. So when he came through the last time, he went through the window for the last time.
that is, I am so glad I stopped here today. I basically, I've driven by seeing Ronald Reagan birthplace on the road, the sign, and I've always meant to stop, but everybody lives in a rush. Yeah, this is so cool.
This letter is actually from Daisy Seymour Nukes, and she is the daughter of Fred Seymour. And this letter verifies that Ron was indeed born in this apartment.
Oh, okay.
This is Ron's response to Daisy's letter, and this is Ron with Daisy.
Well, I'll just get a picture of them because I'm not pulling up the letters very well. Oh, good night. Yeah, that is great. That is super. All right, now she wanted me to make sure I saw something else. What was that, the bank? All right, let's go to the bank. This video is going to be longer than I like, but there's so many things they want to tell me. I'm zeroing in on a postcard because, tell me why.
On November 3rd, 1980, it had been raining. Late in the afternoon, the sun came out with this rainbow coming directly over where Ronald Reagan was born. The next day was Election Day, and he was elected by a landslide. And we sent that picture to him. He kept it in his office at the White House all the time he served as president. And actually, when he looked at it, he said, "It looks like there are 2 rainbows there. Do you think that means a second term?"
That's good. That's good. Okay, we are actually where the bakery was. This is downstairs from the apartment. It became a bank in 1919.
Moved in here.
The Reagans moved back, not into the upstairs apartment, but a house. But the reason we're stopping in this bank is we can see an actual deposit. Now let me get it right. It's a deposit from Mrs. Reagan in
December 22nd,
Can't get
1919.
that in there. Where is it? Touch the
Clear up at the
dates.
top.
Touch the dates up there.
It's
Okay.
pretty well faded.
So it's what's the dates up there?
December 22nd, 1919.
Okay, December
Monday.
22nd, 1919 is a deposit of how much money?
$95.
Okay, see right there, Miss, was it J.E.?
Correct.
J.E. Reagan, $95 in this bank. So that's some personal. So that's pretty cool. Now those beautiful model hands there. Give me your name again.
Joan.
These ladies have been so great. These ladies have been super.